Oh yeah, video too, whatever it is.
Live feed.
Thank you.
It's early.
Yeah.
We are live.
Thank you, Linda. Linda LaCroix, our clerk, working behind the scenes to keep this on. And Lynn Caswell, also behind the scenes, mostly with, I can't imagine the mounds of work that you have to do with the paperwork too. So thank you both for being here. And this is Marine Resources Committee for March 23rd, 2021. And people will be coming in and joining us, and we'll give them a chance to introduce themselves as it fits in. But right now, for the folks who are here, we'll start with introductions, and I'll introduce myself, Senator Dave Meermont, representing Senate District 12, which is Knox County, except for the town of Washington. And the county seat for Knox County is Rockland, great mid-coast area, a term we should have copyrighted so that the places outside of the real mid-coast couldn't use it. But we were late to do it, so I'll have to share that. And I'll pass it over to my co-chair, who can then pass it to whoever as we go around the horseshoe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm Jay McCray. I represent Harpswell, West Bath, and Northeast Brunswick in the House, and happy to be here. Representative Alley, would you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Representative Alley from Down East area, District 138, which includes Addison, Beale, Cherryfield, Columbia Falls, Harrington, Jonesboro, Jonesport, Marshfield, Millbridge, Whitneyville, and Centerville. Thank you.
The real Down East. Representative Hepler.
Morning. I love listening to Representative Alley list all of the towns he represents. And I'm Allison Hepler. I live in Woolwich, and I represent, in contrast, a much smaller number of towns, not just Woolwich, but Rouseck, Georgetown, Phippsburg, Dresden, and a small part of Richmond.
Senator Maxman.
Hi there, I'm Chloe Maxman. I represent Senate District 13, which is all of Lincoln County except for Dresden, plus Washington and Windsor.
Thank you. Representative Crafts.
Good morning, I'm Representative Lydia Crafts. I represent House District 90, which includes Newcastle, Damascotta, Bristol, Bremen, Monhegan and Louds Islands, and parts of South Bristol and Noblesboro.
Senator Rosen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm Kimberly Rosen, Senate District 8. I have 17 towns in Hancock and Penobscot counties, plus the city of Brewer, and I live in Bucksport.
Thank you. Representative Stanley.
Good morning. I'm Peggy Stanley. I represent District 143, which is Millinocket, East Millinocket, Medway, Hersheytown, Long A Township, and Patton.
Thank you. Representative Fockingham. Oh, you're muted.
Good morning, Senator Billy Bob Fockingham. I represent House District 136.
Thank you. Representative Thorne.
Morning. Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Jim Thorne. I represent House District 103, Carmel, Herman, and a little slice of Etna. And I just want to let you know that I did get picked up for Judiciary Committee on Friday. So I will be jumping on that at 9:30. So.
Oh boy. Okay. So that's a Tuesday, Thursday as well?
This week is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, confirmation hearings.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. And Representative McDonald.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Representative Genevieve McDonald, and I represent House District 134, the not quite down east islands of Penobscot Bay and Western Frenchman's Bay.
And I think that's everybody. Did I miss anybody? No, I don't think so. Senator, back to you.
Thank you. So great things that can happen with Zoom. Representative Falkingham, that fan on your overhead is centered over your head. If you turn it on, it looked like you had a halo or something. That'd be great fun. But anyway, to move on to business, I don't think we need to read scripts to go over our budget. We already talked about the budget last week, and we're going to vote on it this time. And we've, as Lynn presents a certain part, she'll group some of them and we can have a vote on parts overall. If you have a question or change or something, that's why we gave you a week to think about it. You can talk about it wherever is appropriate. And if you don't, we'll move right through this because we had a lot of discussion last week. So, but we always have room for more if something came up or you want an answer, and the department's here to help with that, as well as Lynn and how it fits into the whole budget scheme and how we deal with appropriations. You've already done that too, so this should go pretty quickly and smoothly, but raise your hand if you need anything. So we'll turn that over to Lynn at this point, unless there's any other business before that. Seeing none. Go ahead, Lynn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. So I will share on the screen the budget. As Senator Miramont said, I will show you all the initiatives within the different bureaus within Marine Resources, and if the committee is in agreement, you can vote them as blocks. If there is disagreement, then we can vote them individually. So let me share my screen with the budget. The first part of the budget is the Maine Lobster Marketing Collaborative. This did not have any initiatives in it for you to vote on. The second portion is the Marine Resources Department, and there are numerous initiatives within this. So I will run through them quickly. And as I said, if the committee wants to vote them as a block, you can do so. So the first and most of them have to do with transferring and reallocating or reorganizing positions. So there was 1, 2, well, I'm not going to count them and I'll show them to you. So there was one right there. This is a second one, a third, with, and sometimes within a reorg or a reallocation, you'll see 2 initiatives because it's different, dealing with different funding sources. For example, this one, you have federal expenditures and then another initiative regarding other special revenue, but it's the same position.
Excuse me, if you say something like that, it makes me think something has changed since last week. That's not different than last week, right?
No. This document this document that you are seeing right now is the exact same document that I shared with you last week. I just went through it much slower.
Right.
So there are no changes.
Right. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Another position. I think there's actually one that's not. This is not a position. I'm just going to stop because it's not a position. It has to deal with rent and a reduction in rent. So not all of these, as you can see, this is a $30,000 savings. Not all of these initiatives have costs. Some of them have savings. More initiatives regarding positions. And if I didn't have to do this through the whole screen, I would have told you to skip all the way to page 12. So the first 12 pages have all of those initiatives related to the Bureau of Marine Scientists science within the department. And as I said, you can vote them in a block if the committee is in agreement with that.
Great. I have a hand from Representative McCray.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to comment that as we saw last week, there are justifications for each of these initiatives. For some of the positions, they're employee initiated and then approved by health and by the Human Resource Department. All of these have been approved. And some of them, Lynn, if I'm right, are just showing where the funding is coming from. There may have been some shifting around. Is that accurate?
That's correct. Some of this is just a reallocation of funding for a position, and some of them are, as you said, reclassifications that have all been approved through the normal process with Human Resources.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, if we don't have questions on these, I would make a motion to move these items in, which means voting, I'm saying I support these initiatives. And we would need a second. Second from Representative Hepler? Yes. Oh, you're muted, Senator.
We do take hand votes for some things, but this may not be one of them. So Linda, can we do that abbreviated roll call, please? Everybody with their picture on and audio on.
Absolutely. And beginning with you, Senator Miramont.
Yay.
Representative McCray. You're muted, ma'am.
Muted.
Everybody's got to do it at least once. Yes.
Senator Maxman. Is she
Wandered
here?
away. We'll come back to her.
We'll come back to her. Senator Rosen.
Yes.
Representative Alley, you're muted.
Yes.
Representative Falkingham.
Yes.
Representative Bloom.
Yes.
Representative Hepler.
Yes.
Representative McDonald.
Yes.
Representative Crafts.
Yes.
And I don't believe Representative Hutchins has joined us as of yet.
No.
Representative Stanley
Yes.
and Representative Thorne.
Yes.
And we'll go back to Senator Maxman if you're there. She might be at another committee.
Yeah. We'll try to remember to get her vote when we see her. We also, Representative Bloom, don't remember, did you get to introduce yourself?
No.
Okay, welcome, and please do.
Hi, I'm Representative Lydia Bloom. I represent the town of York in House District 3.
Thank you. Okay. So that was unanimous for the people who are here, and we'll move to the next section, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the next section of the budget is in the Bureau of Policy and Management. This also has several reorganizations, which is the moving of the funds, reclassifications, and actually one initiative. So I will skip through those to the one initiative which establishes 2 new positions within the Bureau. And again, I apologize for, this is the initiative that established 1 resource management coordinator position and 1 part-time paralegal position. So within this Bureau of Policy Management, as I said, the initiatives, except for this one, pertain to reorganizing and transferring funds of staff. Actually, there are 2 that aren't. Another one is a $951,000 costs for central services. So within here, we have this one with 2 1.5 FTEs of new. And then the others are reorgs or reclassifications, and then one for an increase in central service costs.
And exactly as presented last week. And then we had a great discussion on each one of those and the needs and the money and everything else. So does anybody have any questions about that since last week when you were questioning it? I see no hands regarding questions. Motion is in order. And Representative Hepler?
I'll move out, whatever you do, move it in.
Yep, move it in. Great. And a second, please.
Second.
Got lots of them. Great. And
Under Rosen, I think.
great. And Linda. Also, okay, Linda, and Senator Maxman, when we finish this vote, we'll get your vote on the previous one, which was a move in and was unanimous. And then you can be recorded.
Okay, so again, starting with Senator Miramont,
Yes.
Representative McCreight,
Yes.
Senator Maxman,
Yes.
Senator Rosen,
Yes.
Representative Alley,
Yes.
Representative Falkingham,
Yes.
Representative Bloom,
Yes.
Representative Hepler,
Yes.
Representative McDonald,
Yes.
Representative Crafts,
Yes.
and I still don't believe we have Representative Hutchins. Representative Stanley,
Representative McDonald, we need to
Yes.
see you.
I'm sorry,
We need
My
to.
video is on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
we
Thank
start.
you.
Yep.
I saw her, yes. Representative Stanley,
Yes.
There, you're back.
and Representative Thorne.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 12 with one absent.
Okay, that's unanimous to move it in. And we'll take just a sec to go back and have Senator Maxman vote on the first section.
Which was the Lobster Marketing Initiative. And
Yeah,
that was unanimous so far. Representative
we didn't have to
Maxman.
vote on that part. It was other things. But anyway, it's the beginning sections of, Lynn, go ahead and tell it, please.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. It was the Bureau of Marine Resources and all of the initiatives under that bureau.
Which we already discussed last week. Everybody got the question, and then it was voted unanimous, except you weren't there. So go ahead, Senator Maxman.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yes, so on that whole first section, it's already been voted unanimously to move it in, and we just want to record your vote.
Oh, I vote yay.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, and the next section, please, Linda.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The next section is the Bureau of Public Health within the department. There are, again, all reclassifications, either employee or management initiated and all approved by the Department of Human Resources. And though it's not quite as much, so that is the Bureau of Public Health that was discussed last week.
Great. Okay, so this is all the same stuff, no changes, and we've had that discussion. Are there any questions? Seeing none, we could use a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I have a question. I have a
Hold
question.
on a second.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to move it in and a second, and now discussion and Representative Falkingham.
Thank you. Is this the section that has more funding for people to do safety testing? Is that what we're talking about here?
Lynn, take a look. I didn't even understand the word you asked because it garbled on my end.
Oh, sorry. I said, is this the is this the part that added more people to keep an eye on safety stuff, like shellfish things. Is that what this was?
I believe the commissioner may be better able to answer that question than I am.
Yes, Commissioner?
Yeah, this is an initiative for the Bureau of Public Health and directly is related, Representative Falkingham, to public health related to all the work we do on shellfish.
Okay, so that's a yes. Any follow-up on that? Or are you good with the motion and the second?
Just want to ask, just to be clear, how many, what was the increase, Commissioner, and how many positions does that fund?
I'm trying to find it within the, you're gonna have to bear with me just for a second. I'm trying to find it within the document. Is Michelle Palmer on? It's no new positions within the program.
Okay. Lynn, do you have that section to screen share for a minute? And
I do, Mr. Chair, and I believe it's a total of around 19. The first initiative was regarding one man. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong. I'm in the next section.
okay.
I'm working on it. Let's see. So this one was approving 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10 reclassifications. Of about 10 positions. And those are the dollar amounts. You can see 12,000 and then 7,000 and then a savings of 305. That was approved by Human Resources. This was another reclassification of 3, 4, about 5 positions. That was also approved by Human Resources. The next initiative seems to reclassify about 4 positions.
To answer Representative Falkingham, we are not asking for any new positions in this bureau. This is just all the reclasses for. This is it. Just reclasses for the public health.
Okay. How's that, Representative Falkingham?
Can she take the screen share down?
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Okay, good. And
Thank
we
you.
have Representative Hutchins joining us. If you could introduce yourself and ask your question, if that's why you have your hand up, that'd be great. Thanks.
Thanks, Senator. I'm Representative Hutchins, represent District 131, Penobscot, Orland, Dedham, Otis, Verona Island, Prospect, and Stockton Springs. And my question on this is this reclassification, any of these reclassification monies, are we moving funding for employees to one-time money that in the next budget will require a large increase to make up for that out of state money? In other words, are we swapping some of this expense over to one-time federal money that then won't be there for another time?
Representative, thank you for that question. Excellent question. It is not putting people on one-time money. We are either, what we're doing is we're absorbing much of these into the either other special revenues or federal accounts that are able to fund them in the long run, or if they are general fund positions, we are asking for the appropriate increase on the general fund. But we're not, I talked to, I can't remember which representative I talked to recently, but a week or two ago, one of the questions I was asked, are we funding all of the reclasses with general fund? And the answer was no. And it's because we're using these other funds, but no one-time federal dollars are being used for staffing.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. So that was discussion. Do we have a motion?
We do.
There's
Oh, yeah,
already a
we did
motion.
that too. Motion and a second's already there. Linda, go ahead.
Senator Miramont,
Yes.
Representative McCray,
Yes.
Senator Maxman,
Yes.
Senator Rosen,
Yes.
Representative Alley,
Yes.
Representative Falkingham,
Yes.
Representative Bloom,
Yes.
Representative Hepler,
Yes.
Representative McDonald,
Yes.
Representative Crafts,
Yes.
Representative Hutchins,
Yes.
Representative Stanley,
Yes.
and Representative Thorne.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay,
So
that's
that's
unanimous.
13
Again,
in favor.
passes. It's in the budget now. The next section, Lynn, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The next section is the Marine Patrol. There is only one initiative in this section, which I am screen sharing. And this continues a position that was previously continued through a financial order. And this position is oversees, is the Marine Patrol Special Services Division. So one initiative within Marine Patrol.
Okay, any questions? Seeing none, a motion. Representative Hepler moves it in, and anybody seconding it?
Second.
Representative Alley seconded, I think was firsthand I saw. And Linda, go ahead, please.
And Senator Miramont,
Yes.
Representative McCray,
Yes.
Senator Maxman,
Yes.
Senator Rosen,
Yes.
Representative Alley,
Yes.
Representative Falkingham. We'll come back to him. Representative
Yes,
Bloom?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Representative Bloom,
Yes.
Representative Hepler,
Yes.
Representative McDonald,
Yes.
Representative Crafts,
Yes.
Representative Hutchins,
Yes.
Representative Stanley,
Yes.
Representative Thorne.
Yes.
Okay, again, 13 in favor.
Great. Unanimous, that passes. It's in. Go ahead, Lynn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The next section is the Sea Run Fisheries and Habitat section of the budget. And then there's a language part connected to this, but I thought you could vote on that separately if you choose or not. So this is continuing positions and transferring positions into the reestablished Sea Runs Fishery and Habitat Bureau within the department. So all the initiatives are either transfers within the department or continuation of funding for positions that were funded through financial orders.
Okay. And I don't see any questions after our discussion last week, so we can take a motion. Okay, Representative Alley moves it in, and a second from Representative Hepler. Thank you. And Linda, go ahead.
Senator Miramont,
Yes.
Representative McCray,
Yes.
Senator Maxman,
Yes.
Senator Rosen,
Yes.
Representative Alley,
Yes.
Representative Falkingham,
Yes.
Representative Bloom,
Yes.
Representative Hepler,
Yes.
Representative McDonald,
Yes.
Representative Crafts,
Yes.
Representative Hutchins,
Yes.
Representative Stanley,
Yes.
Representative Thorne. Representative Thorne,
He left. He sent
Oh.
it. He left a
Okay.
message.
Then it's 12 in favor, 1 absent.
Okay, that passes. And what's next, Lynn?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The last portion of the budget for the committee to vote on is the language part, JJJ, which establishes the Bureau of Sea Run Fisheries and the Habitat Program. And I am sharing the language and this establishes the new Bureau and discusses the movement of funds to fund it and positions.
All right, we talked about that, so that's great. I do not see any hands, so a motion is in order.
So moved.
Okay. And seconded. Okay.
Second.
Did you catch who did those, Linda?
Yes, I got Senator Rosen as moving it and Representative Hepler as the second.
Okay. You
All
ready?
right.
I vote yes.
Okay. Representative McCray,
Yes.
Senator Maxman,
Yes.
Senator Rosen,
Yes.
Representative Alley,
Yes.
Representative Falkingham, Representative Falkingham. We'll come back.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Representative Bloom,
Yes.
Representative Hepler,
Yes.
Representative McDonald,
Yes.
Representative Crafts,
Yes.
Representative Hutchins,
Yes.
Representative Stanley,
Yes.
and Representative Thorne is not here. So again, 12 in favor, 1 absent.
Okay, that passes as well. Now, we have, I think Representative Falkingham did not vote on the last section, correct?
That's
Let's
correct.
get that vote recorded, and then Representative Hutchins will be next for unfinished section.
Yes.
Representative Bill Cooper, yes. Representative Jeffrey Gifford.
Yes.
Okay, all
Representative
set.
Jeff Gifford.
Okay,
yes.
that's good for Representative Falkingham. Now,
Yes.
Representative Hutchins,
Representative David
the
McCray, yes.
first sections,
Representative Susan Bernard,
the vote
yes.
were
Representative Susan Bernard, yes.
all unanimous by the people who were there, and you didn't get to vote. Do you have the budget to look at? Do you need to look more? Do you need some explanation, or were you ready to vote on those sections where you just came in a little late that went through?
No, I think I'm all right. I'll vote yes.
Okay,
On both?
on both.
Okay, then we're
Okay.
good. So it's
Say yes
unanimous.
twice, just to make it official.
That's correct.
Okay, perfect.
Great.
So everybody's caught up, correct?
That's correct. Everybody voted except for Representative Thorne, and I'll send an email to him to get his vote.
Sure, and if he can pop over, we'll make a space for him to just answer you, so there's no chasing paperwork.
Great.
Thank you. Okay, Representative McCray.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So that's great. We're sending our unanimous support for the budget to the Appropriations Committee, and Lynn will be sending that. It's due tomorrow, right, Lynn? Yeah. I wanted to go back to something I brought up last time we met, and that was some positions that are not included in the budget that I would like to see us make a request to the Appropriations Committee that they consider these when they're doing the entire budget. Again, they're not in the budget, but they're positions that I think are very much needed. So I wanted to present that, and the commissioner's here and Michelle Palmer from DMR is here. I don't know if we just got the specifics this morning, and I don't know if people have seen that in their email, but it went to everybody, I believe. Is that right, Michelle?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so it's the positions that I mentioned last time. We heard, I think, pretty persuasive support for the aquaculture program, but also the statement that the waits are long, and I know that staff is needed there. So I'm suggesting we support a public service manager 1 for aquaculture. And the next is, we know that all the effort going around the right whale issues are time intensive, staff intensive, and help for staff there would be much appreciated. I would like to see that. Marine Resource Scientist 3 and a Public Service Coordinator 2. And then we haven't talked as much, but the increased presence of sharks in the ocean have required more staff time to do tagging. And that would be a Marine Scientist 2. So I would like to ask the committee if the committee would support a letter. We'll put our report back in a letter to the appropriations, and this could be added to it if everyone agrees. So the final thing was, and Michelle, I wanted to, either you or the commissioner, to talk about it. It's about additional funding for the transfer of 2 frozen Marine Patrol officers to the general fund. I wondered if that could be explained. Commissioner?
Sure. Thank you, Representative. And before I start, I do want to express.
Yeah, hold on, Commissioner. Would it help for Representative Hepler to ask her question for the commissioner to answer that at the same time?
Sure.
Go ahead, Representative Hepler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, Michelle, I don't see any email this morning, so I'm wondering, is there a way to screen share what Representative McCreight was talking about?
I do not have it to screen share it. How about you, Representative McCreight?
Sure, I can screen share it.
Oh, good.
Great.
Good, because I wasn't going to be able to.
Me neither.
Great. Okay, that seems to be coming together. And then Commissioner, you can talk over it once it's shared if you'd like.
Sure. Thank you, Senator Marymount, Representative McCreight, members of the committee, Pat Kelleher, Commissioner Diamar. First, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude for the support you've given the department with the unanimous vote of those present on our budget. It's very, very much appreciated. The information that's on your screen now was a request at last week's work session to supply to you based on what we heard. I think we have it all correct based on the recommendations or the conversation from Representative McCreight. In particular, the question was around the last piece of additional funding for transfer 2 frozen Marine Patrol officers. That one in particular, in order to move forward with the position of captain, the special services position, which you just voted on, we needed funding. And in order to get funding, what we did was maintain these 2 positions, but move their funding to the captain's position. That captain's position does take a lot of work from people who are obviously in the field on a day-to-day basis. It allows us to have more oversight of that work by keeping it within a special services position. The drawback was freezing these 2 positions. Unfreezing these 2 positions would certainly be beneficial to the work that we're doing up and down the coast. And if they were unfrozen as soon as the budget passed, we would be able to immediately hire for those positions. The rest of the positions, aquaculture, certainly you heard about the priority of that from the industry. Right whales in particular, you've been briefed countless times. We are in for a long haul on right whale work pertaining to how the lobster fishery is going to look in the long term. And right now, all of the work we're doing is within existing resources, and having the sustainability to keep up that pace is a real concern of mine with existing staff. So this would give us more scientific horsepower and a lot of focus on the legal side, the policy side as it pertains to the Endangered Species Act. The shark component, You know, I've talked briefly about it last week. It's a real issue. We had a death on the coast of Maine. We have more white shark sightings. We've always had white shark sightings. White sharks have always been in the Gulf of Maine, but because of the expanded forage of menhaden along our coast and the expansion of seals, which is their preferred upon meal, we now have a very large number of white sharks that are being found in state waters right up to our shorelines and along our beaches. I don't say that to be an alarmist. It is incredibly rare what happened last year, but having the ability to do a better job monitoring of their presence and hopefully in around the beaches, their absence, allows us to help focus on public safety and work directly with Bureau of Parks and Lands and municipalities as it pertains to the presence of sharks. Now, I'm happy if you want to take that screen down, Michelle. This is Senator Miramont's favorite part. Obviously, I am here supporting the governor's budget. These positions are outside of that budget, but I will say that I have raised these issues with the governor's office. And while she has not given any support for inclusion because of the movement around the budget right now as it currently exists, and the fact that there may be change packages associated with the budget, she has given me the ability to continue to have conversations with the committee and appropriations around their needs and to prioritize these in conversations as we move forward. So I'm not saying no, but I am saying that we are open for conversations around these issues.
Thank you, Commissioner. I had a hand from Representative McDonald, then Representative Bloom, and I also need to know where the airplane went.
Hello, thank you, Chair, and good morning. I just wanted to weigh in. I am on my phone and I'm not sure how long my service will last, so I may have to leave, but I wanted to weigh in with my support for these positions and that I hope very much they can be funded. We need additional support for aquaculture, both to move the leasing process along and to oversee that leasing process. Certainly, we need assistance with the right whale issue. That is a long haul, as the commissioner said, and also for emerging species, and which unfortunately in this case is sharks, or fortunately, depending on how you view the ecosystem, but certainly support more scientific research there. So those are my comments, and thank you.
Thank you. Representative Bloom.
Yes, I'm in agreement. This is a really important issue. And I just want to know from the commissioner, is this the best that we can do? Is there something more that we can do to help with this particular conversation?
Thank you, Representative Bloom. I think the fact that we're having this as an open conversation is much more than I could hope for, actually. If we were not in a pandemic situation and we were not dealing with the issues that we were leading up to the budget. At one point, if you all recall, we were looking at potentially upwards of a 10 to 11% budget reduction. If we weren't in those situations, these are positions that I probably would have elevated very early in the process as a priority for the agency. So the fact that we're having them and the fact that there'll be ongoing conversations with this committee and appropriations is about as good as I can hope for.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. If we don't need a vote. So if there's no objections, then we will put a letter together. And Representative Hutchins.
My concerns on this, it isn't that I'm opposed to these positions, because we probably need the extra work, but with what's going into, especially on the right whale side of it, we may be lucky to have a fishing industry in 5 or 10 years, and we'll have no positions left to pay for. So it does make a huge difference as to what we do to help save the fishing industry for thousands of people. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner?
Yeah, thank you, Senator. Thank you, Representative Hutchinson. I think from my point of view, these two positions are critically important to ensure we have a fishery in the future, right? That our goal is to use these policy positions and an additional science position to continue to support our efforts to ensure that we have a viable, vibrant, economically vibrant fishery going into the future. It will change. There's no question what this fishery looks like today and what it looks like in 6 years is going to be different, but it can be different and still be profitable and viable. And so we need to figure out how that works, and having more people on staff to help us with those conversations directly with the industry is really the intent here.
Thank you. And Representative Hepler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, Commissioner, can you just, so there's two positions. I've forgotten what they're going to do. One is a policy person and one is a science person.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Our science work is represented or led by Erin Summers, who is a marine scientist and who has, years now. She probably hates it when I say that she's got years of experience, but she has years of experience now in marine mammal work, in particular with large right whales or large whales in the North Atlantic. She needs more depth just below her with people that have the ability to do the modeling work and understand the modeling work. These models are very subjective. The information that's going into them are very subjective, and we need somebody on staff that has a better depth of knowledge with those models. And that would be the intent on the science side. The policy side is really focused around the Endangered Species Act and helping us use the act in a way that is not so black and white, frankly. I've seen the Endangered Species Act used in a very black and white way as it comes to right whales, but there is room to maneuver within that act. And we've proven that with Atlantic salmon and other species. So just having some additional depth on the bench, if you will, to help work through those conversations at a policy level is going to be very important.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. And I think Lynn's going to tell me we do need a vote. Let's see if I was clairvoyant.
Well, I was going to say that, but before you vote, I was going to ask the department if they would kindly send me that document that you shared. If there's any details on the funding and any justification, the report back from the committee is due from tomorrow. But yes, I do think you should vote.
Yeah.
Okay. I have
Lynn, we can send you that information. As I said, it's not part of our budget, so the justification component in that conversation will be very difficult for us to submit now. Because my gut is telling me if this is any of this is really gonna happen and we're gonna have any kind of success here, it'll be part of a change package.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. And I should have said any language that I could plagiarize for use in the committee's letter back is always helpful.
I will send, I'll have Michelle send some information to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, this is going to be a vote on whether we are in agreement with sending a letter regarding those positions that we just discussed. If there is a change in the budget and we have an opportunity to get a little more money. And Representative McCray.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would make the motion that we send a letter supporting these positions that we just discussed.
I second that.
We have a vote and a second from Representative Alley and several others. Any discussion? Representative Bloom.
Yes, I guess the only discussion I would have is there a prioritization of these positions in case we don't get all the money, but we get some? Is there any sense that we need to prioritize, or is there a priority in that list according to the commissioner? Or does it matter at this point?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it matters, Representative. You know, they're obviously from an economic standpoint, right whales and Marine Patrol rises to the top strictly from an economics and resource protection. However, aquaculture, you know, you guys have heard it all. I mean, it's hard for me to say one really honestly is lower priority than the others right now. You know, listen, when appropriations push comes to shove with appropriations, we may have to make that kind of call.
I don't know if we just want to indicate how we're open to that or not, or they're all, I don't know actually what the wording of the letter says, but it would be nice to just understand if we're reflecting that thought.
So I would leave it up to the committee since it's not part of the budget.
Okay, Lynn, you have your hand up.
I apologize. That was a fluke.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so we have a motion with a second, and I see no further discussion. So let's vote, please, Linda.
Senator Miramont,
Yes?
Representative McCright,
Yes.
Senator Maxman,
Yes.
Senator Rosen,
Yes.
Representative Ali,
Yes.
Representative Falkingham.
He's in another committee. We'll
Okay.
come back to him, please.
Representative Bloom,
Yes.
Representative Hapler,
Yes.
Representative McDonald,
Yes.
Representative Crafts,
Yes.
Representative Hutchins. Has he left us also? I believe so.
No, he's there. It's just
he is?
No.
getting to his mute button.
That'll be a no until I see the letter.
Okay. Representative Stanley,
I'll vote no also because I'd like more information.
okay. And I guess Representative Thorne is also not with us. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in favor, 2 against, and Representative Falkingham, you are with us or not?
I still see just his picture.
Okay, so then that would be 2 absent, 2
Okay.
against.
All right, the motion passes. We'll get that letter together, and Representative McCray.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a question to Lynn. Would you be able to share the letter with the committee so that those, particularly those asking more information, will have it? And so the rest of us will have it for records.
Yes, I am more than happy to share the letter. I just want to say that given the timing, the votes, there won't be a revote because the letter is due to the appropriations tomorrow. But I will draft it and share it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that takes care of that. We have one other piece of business, and I see that the sponsor is here, and that is LD 342, an act to establish a permanent appointment of a member to of the Wabanaki Tribes to the Marine Resources Advisory Council, and we voted that on March 9th, ought to pass as amended. There's some information that has passed back and forth around the system, and there's a slight change. If someone would move to reconsider this bill, it would be appreciated.
I'll move to reconsider.
That's Representative Hepler has moved to reconsider. A second, please. And that's Representative Bloom has seconded along with others, but she was first I saw. Okay, so let's do that. And I'll open it up to the sponsor initially to bring us up to date on what has happened that you would like reconsideration of. If you want, or we can have the analyst, or we have other means.
Do we no longer have the Assistant Attorney General in the room?
That was the name that I would need to read to say.
Oh, there she
Patwalder
is.
or something like that.
She's
is
here.
that right?
If I could defer, Mr.
Yeah.
Chair.
Oh, Patwardon. I'm sorry, Patwardon. Okay, who's talking?
I believe Representative Newell just deferred to me.
All right, great. Go ahead. Is that right, Ms. Patwarden?
Yeah, my name is Kimberly Patwarden.
Pat Warden, thank you.
Good morning, members of the committee. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you today. I'm here at the request of Representative Newell. We spoke, the Attorney General and Representative Newell and I and a couple of other people spoke last week, and we discussed some language with respect to LD 342, and we proposed that language to Representative Newell, and I believe that is the language that has now been proposed to you, or I believe that you should have that language. I'm seeing nodding heads, so hopefully you do.
We
Okay.
have the language. We also may have an issue on. Did
Okay.
we not vote after we get the motion? Linda, are you prompting me that we didn't take a vote after a motion and a second?
If we didn't, I didn't catch it. I think we had the motion, the second, and then went right into
It. Boy,
discussions.
are we efficient. We don't need those steps. Everybody in favor of the motion to reconsider on LD 342, raise your hands, please. This time we're using hands.
I can't raise my hand, but yay.
Nod your head. Oh, yeah, yay. Great. Wonderful. Thank you. It's unanimous to reconsider. You do not have to repeat yourself, Ms. Patwarden. I just wanted to get official here.
Great.
Thank you. Go ahead. Yeah, you would have caught me on that being in the AG's office anyway. So good. Thank you.
Probably not. There were two suggestions that we made to Representative Newell and that are presented to you now. The first one is to change the language from Wabanaki tribes to one of the four federally recognized Indian tribes in Maine. Wabanaki tribes is not defined in statute, and our understanding was that the intention was to have the member be from one of these four tribes. So that's the first part of the proposed amendment. And then the second part has to do with the selection process. So the primary issue that the amendment is seeking to address is that the bill mandates that the tribes adopt a specific process to select a member to the DMR Advisory Council. The Office of the Attorney General views this as an unnecessary intrusion into the self-government of the four main tribes. And it's also at odds with Section 6206, subsection 1 of the Maine Implementing Act, which bars the state from regulating internal tribal matters of the Penobscot Nation and the Passamaquoddy tribe. So in order to correct that issue, the amendment removes all of the language that mandates the specific process by which the tribes will select the member for the advisory council. So this would allow the four main tribes to select an individual for consecutive terms if they so chose. It would allow them to select a member that didn't necessarily rotate amongst the four tribes, but that recommendation would then be given to the governor. And there's also some language in there that provides a backstop in the event that the no recommendation was made, or there was more than one recommendation, so that in the spirit of the original bill, the governor would then appoint someone that would rotate membership amongst those tribes. So in our view, this amendment would cure the issue of intruding into the sovereignty of the tribes while also maintaining the original spirit of the bill to rotate that membership.
Sounds good. And questions, anyone? Representative Hepler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's actually not a question, but more of a comment. I'm also on Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, as is Representative Alley, and we did just the same thing yesterday.
And we've heard that that's something that we try to do as a cross committee, make the language agree so that we don't have conflict right within our own branch of government. So that's great. I like that. So no other hands. We could take a motion. Lynn has a hand up. Go ahead.
I just wanted to let everyone know I can screen share the language. I don't know if I sent you a copy of it. Did I send you a copy, everyone?
I think you did. I don't have it.
All right. Well, then I'm taking down my hand.
Well, let's make sure it's everyone, they're not just chairs. Did anybody get the language? Yes, others are nodding. So yes, folks had a chance to look at it if they chose to. This is not some change in the purpose of the bill or the spirit of it or anything else, except that it clarifies. And since the sponsor agreed, I'm pretty good with it. So again, we're back to anybody who would like to make a motion.
I'll
I
make a
would like
motion.
to make a motion.
Okay, Representative Hepler had her hand up first. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll make that motion.
Want to pass?
That was passed.
As amended.
Yes, as amended.
And with that new language. Great. And Representative Alley is seconding that. And everybody's clear, you ready, caught up? Okay, Linda.
All right. Senator Miramont,
Yes.
Representative McCray,
Yes.
Senator Maxman,
Yes.
Senator Rosen,
Yes.
Representative Alley,
Yes.
Representative Falkingham,
He's still in the other committee. They're working
Representative,
a bill of his in, I forget where.
okay, hopefully he'll stop back in.
No, he wants
Representative,
to. We got others. We got one of his bills to work still.
okay. Representative Bloom,
Yes.
Representative Hepler,
Yes.
Representative McDonald,
Yes.
Representative Crafts,
Yes.
Representative Hutchins, is he still not here? Okay.
Yeah, he's here. Hold on.
No,
yes.
I'm going to vote yes for my great grandmother whose picture here, she's half Abenaki.
Oh, wonderful.
That's great.
Representative Stanley
Yes.
and Representative Thorne is not here. Okay.
Okay, that's unanimous among us. Ought to pass
Yeah.
as amended with that new language. And thank you again, Representative Newell, for your work. And thank you, Ms. Pat Warden, as well.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Chair. Thank you to the committee as well for your reconsideration. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thanks, you as well.
And I'm like a one person at a time. We have another piece of business that Representative McCray reminded me of, even after I was already reminded by Representative Buckingham. But it's a delaying tactic, one at a time. I'm trying to see if he'll come back for the discussion of his bill. But that's what he's doing the other committee too. So review of LD 28. And the report back, I'm sorry, not a review, but a report back on LD 28, the limited entry system. Representative McCray, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, just a clarification, we don't have a bill. We heard the report back last time.
Right.
And we have the authority to report out a bill if that is the committee's wish. We would need the whole committee to agree if we want, or have at least a majority report if we wanted to report out a bill. And we would have to figure out what we wanted to report out, if anything. So I know that Representative Buckingham had some comments, and I don't know if he's here. We don't have to do it today either. We can have a discussion if we want. We can put it on the back burner till we are back together.
I think we have to wait for him. And he's got a current bill that it's more important that he's over there while that one's being done. And he and I both agree that something needs to be done, and others, maybe not everyone, but we should delay this a little longer. We'll reschedule this discussion and try to all be here for it, if that's okay.
Do we need a motion to table this discussion, or are we just going to agree to table?
It's just, we don't even need a motion. This is a LD 28 is a bill LD from the last session. So we're just talking And, but we do have authority by that bill to put, well, we can always put a bill in as a committee bill. So let's just talk about it later. It won't be next Tuesday, it sounds like, but that's probably a big secret, so I won't say anything. No. Representative McCray, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We just got official word. My email pops up and annoys me, but this time it told me that we are scheduled to go into session next Tuesday. And we had planned, so I assume at the Civic Center, I assume all day. So we had scheduled to have nomination hearings for the Marine Resources Advisory Council, and we will have to reschedule. And what we're proposing is to do all the nominations on the 6th of all the potential members. And we can talk about the nomination process, but basically all the nominees come before us. We have a process we go through and we take a vote or we table and decide if we approve of the nominations that have come to us through the governor's office. So just a precursor, a little taste of, some of you have been through many nomination hearings. Senator Rosen, probably, me, Senator Marymount, Representative Bloom, probably, Representative Alley, Representative Hutchins. So it'll be delayed a little bit, but we'll have those coming up very soon.
Okay, good. We'll talk about that. One sec, Representative Hepler. Representative Hutchins and Representative Stanley, there is power in things coming out of the committee in a unanimous way. I'm not putting pressure on you. I'm just saying, unfortunately, because of the timeline and that letter having to be in tomorrow, I just wondered if we let you ask some more questions of anything that might be unclear, is there any chance that you would let us make that recommendation unanimously about those positions? Or not, but I just thought this would be a last chance to do it because of the way this time schedule is going. Either one of you or both at the same time. Whatever you like.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think I'll still stick with the no. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my problems is hiring at all right now. I just think the budget is going to be probably a tight process, and I really not that familiar with why we need more, the efficiency of the department, why the problem of being so backlogged. I'd really like to have information on that. So I just do not sign on to that myself.
Okay. Well, we just wanted to give you a chance just because of I wouldn't have done it if we had weeks or something, but that's good. Thank you very much for considering that. Representative Hepler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm not sure what I know what it was. Getting back to the nominations, do we have like CVs or resumes that we can have ahead of time?
Well, they were sent around. We could send them again.
Oh.
Or there's info on the site. I believe I clicked into it. I won't swear to that part now. Is it on the website?
I believe it is.
Yeah, I thought so.
On the legislative the committee website.
Right,
Gotcha.
and you go
Okay.
down to the March 30th, and then each one is set up like a different, like March 30th, there are, well, I only see 5, but it could be the size of my screen. No, and then there's a testimony thing to click, but actually there is none. So, but I was reading all of these resumes. I've already read them all. And so I know they were sent, for one thing. And the other part is, just remember from past experience, we start off, we're excited about the nominations, and it's very, well, I don't know what it's like in Zoom, it's probably just like this. But the people are there, we're excited for some of them, maybe less so for others, but somebody else is excited for them. You want to talk to them, they're recommended, and the governor's office speaks. And then you want to start talking about all the stories that you know about them and stuff. That's great. And so the first person gets an hour. The next person gets 45 minutes. The next person, you're getting kind of tired of this, you know, and you look at the clock, and lunch isn't going to happen if you keep talking like this. So maybe as we go into it, if you want to share some stuff with them, you give them a call later or text them, and keep the efficiency moving as we do the nominations. But if something ought to be brought up, great. I'm not trying to stifle discussion, just be efficient. Thank you. Lynn, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm not sure that the entire committee got all the nomination material. I know, so I will make sure, and Linda and I will make sure that the nomination material is sent to everyone again.
Great.
Or for the first time.
That will make sure.
That would be
You
great.
know-
Thanks.
You know how, just while we have you here on the website, so March 30th has 9 a.m. confirmation hearing. And then over to the right, it has a little tab for there to be testimony usually. But could that be a place where that individual's piece of nominating paper and resume and all that could be? Or it doesn't have to be. I mean, as long as the committee has it, that's all that's necessary. But it just looks like a place where it might have been meant to be available. Lynn, is that a?
I can look into that. I don't see why not. But I will go behind the scenes and try and make it happen for you all.
Yeah, if it's not too big a deal, because it also only shows 5 for March 30th. So somebody's been left off. So it's not a complete form. Us getting it by email is important. Everybody reviewing it before the date. And Linda has a question or comment.
Well, actually, just a clarification, the reason you're only seeing 5 on that date is because we broke it up with 5 on the 30th and the remainder on the 6th of April. So my understanding is that we're going to try to move those 5 people to the 6th, so have everybody in the same day.
We are going to do that. And I thought there were 12 people and it was 6 and 6, but I guess that was just my miscount. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other business? I see no hands. So that ends the Marine Resources Committee meeting for March 23rd. Thank you for everyone for being here and your thoughtful consideration, and have a wonderful week until I see you in Marine at least. Goodbye.
Bye.
And Linda, you still on? Nope. Mr. Sure, make sure. He's gone too. That was good timing. See ya.
Hi. I just shut it off. And if she did, I didn't see it. I've been in a meeting. We just ended.
Oh, it ended.
Just ended. So I just shut it off.
Well.
That was fast.
Yeah, she just emailed me literally like 2 minutes ago and said the audio isn't working. I said, okay.
We're done.
It's all over. Do you have another meeting today or are you done for the day?
No, I'm done for the day.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.